what I've been talking about all these years is simply about just being in your moments as they are. When people get all involved with their thoughts and feelings, and but at the same time, half the time they don't even know what they're thinking or feeling. It's just kind of all going on automatic, and no one's even driving the car. No one's paying any attention. And so there's an art to awareness, simple awareness of each moment, you see. So like people think meditation is about quieting the mind or being still, but it's not about any of those things. Only the mind wants to quiet the mind. Only the mind wants to get rid of the mind. Just let the mind be. Just be with your thoughts and your feelings without diving into them with personal involvement. Just watch them. Just sit in awareness of each moment. Watch it as it is. Don't be a participant, be an observer. Simply watch it. So you see my analogy of the roller coaster. You get on the roller coaster and you feel that exhilaration as it goes up steeper and steeper, and you know what's going to come. And then you go around the top, and then it starts going down. You start screaming. And you enjoy that involvement, you see. But imagine that you're sitting on a bench and you didn't bother waiting in line for the roller coaster. You're just watching it. You're just watching it go up. You're watching the people get excited. You're watching them scream. You're just watching everything. And try and take that position about your life, because getting involved with thoughts and feelings and then personalizing them as if they're your thoughts and feelings, this is a recipe for suffering, you see, because when they're yours, you pay the consequences. So there's times when you do things that you think you did really poorly and you feel guilt or maybe ashamed and you judge yourself. There's times when you think you've done something really well and you feel pride and you judge yourself well. And even though there's a pleasure in that, it's not true pleasure, because it has an opposite, which is displeasure. And that which has an opposite, they're married. So there's good feeling, bad feeling. There's pleasure, there's pain. They coexist. One doesn't exist without another. If you take the ride up on the roller coaster, you're going to have to take the ride down. That's the nature of it. It goes both ways. But if you're sitting on the bench and watching all of this without getting involved, without waiting in line, without sitting down, without being the one going up and being the one going down, if you're just watching it, then it's all the same to you. Everything becomes the same. And then in that sameness, there is a peace that's not dependent upon the ups and downs of life. You see, it's not an interrelated opposite. It's a peace that exists through pleasure and pain. It's a peace that exists through joy and sadness, you see. And this is your home. This place of witnessing, of simply being, of watching everything. You see, you can imagine that God is simply watching your life. You can imagine that all this is being watched, just being watched, simply being watched, not judged, just watched. Everything is being watched, you see? That is your place. This place of personal involvement is an illusion. It's just an illusion that you are this body-mind. This body has a body. This body has a mind. They come together. They work together for the survival of the body. But they're not who you are, you see, because you are something before this body-mind, and you will be something after this body-mind. And that's what you are now. But your personal involvement in the experiences of this body-mind have veiled you from knowing your existence in the absolute, in the eternal. That's all. But it doesn't change it. You're still in that absolute, in that eternal place of being. So it's just to remember and to notice when you get involved with your thoughts and feelings, and just let it go. That's not who you are. There's no need to put such an investment of energy into being the one who's having thoughts and feelings, because there is no person here. There's an appearance, and it's all temporary. Everything that you say, see, feel, think, and do is temporary. And the who that you are is not temporary. It's eternal. So why lose all of your focus in the temporary? It's like believing in magic and thinking it's real. You see, the magician can pull off a trick and go, wow. But if you know it's just a trick, and if you know how the trick is done, then it just doesn't grab your attention in the same way. You can see through it. So it's time to see through this. It's time to see that all that's going on here is a smoke and mirrors show. There's these thoughts, there's these feelings, there's these experiences, okay? You're in a really good quality virtual reality, but it's only a virtual reality. You can tell that because it's temporary. There's nothing here that's permanent. So it's all smoke and mirrors, no substance.